Alright, let's look at the chart for a moment. I'm going to tune in. I don't need the chart to tune in, do I? It's language for communal consensus. The true rationale is within the individual, not in communal consensus agreements. But it's good to share because we're all learning, growing, releasing, transmuting. Alright, so Pluto there on the ascendant with Ceres and Venus, as you can see right here, right now. So if I stare out to the eastern horizon, I can imagine these heavenly bodies vibing me, I'm tuning into them. They're transmitting energies to me. They're possessing me. Or not. We're in relation to knowledge. It's always happening. There's so many unknowns which influence us. Everything that is known is just static in the isness. A slow fading absolution to help with you to realize your own change. So we've got Pluto, Ceres, Venus opposing Mars here. Now on the eastern horizon I could see these heavenly bodies. On the western horizon from where I'm at I could imagine Mars. Yeah, I know we're on a huge petri dish and that's a holographic sky and this is a program. We're not real. I also know we could fly out there forever and we'd just be in this continuous vastness of a cosmic ocean of a big bang. I also know that all this isness, all this life is the breathing of Brahma, the expanse breathing out, soon to be retracted to the 0 point, the oneness. I know all these things are true. I know there are so many more truths that I'm unaware of. What is the limit? Well, what's the meaning? How do you burn through the bullshit and get to the real meaning? Mercury retrograde here. All the symbols, all the data, all the feelings. The real value of the relation to this existence is the transmutation of this self-expression through the ignorance of being. Feeling what that is, what that could be, not naming it to cast it down, not subduing it with the libations and the prescriptions, whether they be drugs or mental disorders or what do we call that? Hierarchical metrical values, caste system distinction. How do you burn through that? Burn pure? How do you feed into the fire of the self, the purity of your own expression? How that ignorance can be used to your advantage so dreams may be born. Well, the moon just came over Uranus here. Moon's about to ingress into Gemini and meet up with Jupiter here, opposing Mercury in the process. So feel into what is a good life. How do you nurture your own growth without miring yourself in the static convictions of the children of the lesser gods? Children, they want to do right, they want to be right. They're shown they're punished when they're wrong, when they deviate from the norm, when they don't know how to spell a word, how to do a math problem, how to give a shit about things that don't matter. They are punished, and so they project the purity of their own creative expression into iconic possession, and it just traps us into the Uranian base that falls into Mercury as mental loops. Lowest common denominator values based off trauma loop, echo convictions, for replicated awareness to be realized and transcended back into the purity of all change, Uranus. In its painful process. But that's life. It's not all bad. So honoring all things through honoring yourself, bringing that into awareness, and letting your relation to self dictate relation to the paradigm. Old stories, new covers. Old meanings, new words. Replicated lunacy. Drop progressive linear thinking and take up the cyclical approach to existence and know you're a season. You're embodied, you're informed. What's your spirit here to express? Be that in these times. If you so choose.